I believe that the decision by the IEC is a well-thought decision, and it's actually a fair decision. I think if we take a look at the judgment that came last week, it did say that the IEC actually, if it deems it necessary to amend the election timetable, they may do so in accordance to the Municipal Electoral Act, Section 11.2. So I believe that the decision that the IEC arrived at amending the timetable was a well-thought decision, and I think the IEC should be applauded for having taken that decision.
It's such a politically charged decision, though. How do you balance the politics and the legalities?
Look, the politics will always, elections are highly contested spaces, particularly as they relate to the political party that is currently being contested as being the main party that's going to gain from this particular decision. But at the end of the day, when you look at a balance of probabilities, it works out in the best interest for everyone who wants to participate in the election to actually reopen the election timetable, as it were. It's about contestation of the space in any case.
You're saying it's a good decision. The Democratic Alliance says it wants to approach the courts. Where's the middle ground?
There is no middle ground. At the end of the day, the IEC is the custodian for democracy and elections in the country. Whatever it is that they would do as an organization, they would look at the best interest. What would be in the best interest of the country. I get the impression that the IEC, even in the manner in which they approach the whole process of requesting for a postponement, it was one that was taken in consultation with all political parties. And when they arrived at a decision to take the matter to court, and I mean, this is the judgment that came for them. So at the end of the day, they really actually had no choice but to go with the way that things that have gone for the IEC. The Democratic Party, on the other hand, is a political party, and one of the roles that political parties such as the Democratic Party and EFF play at making sure, at keeping checks and balances in check for everybody, including the Independent Electoral Commission. So they are exercising their democratic right. They are safeguarding the interest of their own members and the interest of the country at large. This is basically another opportunity for the IEC to be tested in court to see whether the process will have integrity and fairness, and how it is presented in court and how it is received in court will actually be a testament to that.
So how will these contestations impact the smooth running or not of the upcoming local government election?
Look, the smooth running of the upcoming elections is determined by the Electoral Commission in regard to the processes and procedures that they will have in place, which they've done over a number of years. So I'm confident that the IEC's processes as far as running these elections will still be at the top of, to still be very much at the top as it's always been. Perhaps one may then say perhaps there'd be a lot of people that would ask about the integrity of the Electoral Commission. But I mean, over the years, the Electoral Commission has been plagued by a number of controversies. I think in the previous election, if you remember, there was a zip scan, there was an issue. So there's always going to be challenges. There's always going to be unique challenges with each particular election. The determining factor of whether an election is integrity or is free or is fair is purely the transparency and the inclusivity of it all. And the approach that the IEC has had to date has been one that has been transparent, has been one that has been all-inclusive, has been one where political parties have been consulted on every single one of their decisions.
With all challenges considered, including COVID-19, could the IEC have made a different decision?
Absolutely not. It is my view that they couldn't have.
Well, we're inviting you to call in on 084-8133-465. You can either call in or send us a voice note telling us what you make of that decision by the Electoral Commission of South Africa to reopen candidate registration for the upcoming local government elections.